Hi, you're watching Fueled by the Outdoors, and today we're going to talk to you about the all-new Cobra saddle from Custom Gear Modifications. But first, let me talk to you a little bit about the Mobile Hunters Expo. This is an expo designed to allow the hunter a unique experience to test and shop mobile gear in person, since most companies in mobile hunting are direct to consumer. The Mobile Hunters Expo is located in Winchester, Ohio, and will be held on July 29th through 31st with 31 vendors that offer a variety of products that include sticks, steps, stands, platforms, saddles, you name it, camo, cameras. We're going to have a lot of awesome stuff for you guys to check out. At the Mobile Hunters Expo, you'll have a chance to win door prizes, all kinds of raffles that will blow your mind, and you'll also have some pretty nice food trucks there to grab a bite to eat while you're shopping and playing around with gear. Ask us about our upgraded weekend package that includes a unique experience for a select few guests. Let's take a look at this saddle. So the first thing about this saddle that I really like is the rope belt. And as you can see, it gives you really good adjustability, which is a little better than a buckle. You'll be able to get it perfectly tight in the different areas that you wear the saddle. A lot of times when I wear the saddle in, it's going to be higher along the waist, and then I'll drop it down a little ways when I go into the woods. That allows for really great, easy adjustability. The other thing is obviously the noise of a metal buckle versus a rope belt. Rope belt doesn't really make any noise for the most part unless you get out in the cold like we are now and, you know, bump this end on something, but it's not going to be a whole lot. And then obviously the weight factor, not an ounce counter by any means, but when you add up a bunch of ounces, they equal pounds. So those nicer, really nice buckles can add up. So that's one of the things that I really like about the rope belt. The next thing we'll talk to you about with this saddle here is the two-sided adjustable bridge here. Notice that it is an Oplux bridge, but it is connected to the saddle via AmSteel. And I really like that a lot because it's very easy to basically unlock and slide, especially when you're in the tree. I've got a little indentation in this rope already. You can kind of see that it kind of stops in a certain point, but it's really nice to be able to adjust it because as a one sticker, I'm keeping my bridge pretty short as I ascend the tree, and then when I want to get comfortable in the saddle, I'll adjust this and make it a little longer, or maybe lengthen my tether or something, just to help it, help me ease into the comfort of the saddle. Alrighty, I want to talk to you guys about the gear loops and the moly loops. As you can see across the saddle here, there's plenty of opportunities for different moly loops. They're pretty tight. And then you have on each side these different loops here. Obviously, you would use these two bigger ones for your lineman's belt as you're ascending and descending the tree in certain situations. And then you have these other gear loops, which are great for attaching your retrieval line, attaching your lineman's rope, attaching your one stick as you descend the tree. And then a lot of times when I get down to the base of the tree, the first thing I do is detach my Madrock Safeguard and carabiner, and I don't want to put that on the ground or anything because they're worth more than children. So you connect them to a loop and you can't lose it. So those are pretty nice to have on the saddle. Alrighty, next thing I want to talk about is the ease of use with this saddle. So what I like to do is wear it in at its smallest point. It stays nice and tight and out of the way. And then when I get to my tree, a lot of times I'll get up on the platform of my one stick on my first move or so and To open the saddle up, it's actually very simple. So you slide the G-hook out of the loop and then literally just pull it down, and you'll see the webbing here unfold. You're going to take some slack out of there, and then you will open this part up as well, and then all you got to do is turn it right back around, and you can tend the slack in your adjustment buckles there, and now you have a full-size saddle to work with. And then when you drop back down out of the tree and you're done, you're ready to go, you simply turn it around, you grab a hold of this piece of webbing, fold it up, grab the other piece of webbing, fold it down, pull the slack out of each side here, and then connect your G-hook to the top loop, and then turn that bad baby around, and you're ready to walk out. Simple as that. Right, next up is going to be the leg straps on the Cobra here. And one thing I like, you've got these loops that are kind of hidden and out of the way, so it will really keep your straps up and out of the way. And I know you guys see all this tag end here. You have the option to cut that off and melt the ends if you want. If you ever want to be able to resell your saddle, I don't recommend doing that, or at least not cutting off too much, because you never know who's going to need all that slack. They might have some pretty good sized legs. The weight limit on these, I believe, is 300 pounds, by the way. So with that said, though, these are out of the way until you need them, and it's very easy to connect them. All right, so when you go with custom gear modifications, John and Jerry do all their work. So it's in-house, and that may mean maybe a little more wait time, maybe. They can't pump out and mass produce products like a lot of these other companies that have their work manufactured, have their products manufactured somewhere else. But what is cool is the quality seems to always be there, and the options to customize any product that they make are simply endless. All right, I want to give you guys a little rundown of the specs, which include length, width, and your weight. That way you have an understanding of how big the saddle actually is when it's open, and how small it is when it's completely closed up, as well as how much it's going to weigh. So the last week of archery season here in Southern Ohio is always basically the first week of February. The first Sunday in February is our last day. So that last week, I had some pretty exciting hunts from this saddle, was able to legitimately test it out in a real hunting situation, multiple ones actually. The first hunt, I one stick up a tree and rappelled down with it at its smallest size, and I hunted at its smallest size as well, and had about 145-inch 10-pointer. He's a gorgeous 3-year-old deer we're looking forward to watching grow next year. He came in to about 25-30 yards, and he winded me, and so he took off, but we got some great footage of him that day, and it was just a really awesome encounter. And then I went a few days later, Saturday, so that was Tuesday. Saturday I went out and did the same thing, one sticked up the tree. I had every intention of opening this saddle up, but deer were on top of me right away, and so I didn't have that opportunity, and I got to sit and watch a bunch of deer do deer things, and that nice 10-pointer came in again and was there for about an hour and a half or so before he finally left, and I was actually able to successfully fill my last archery tag here in Ohio directly after. And then I took my father-in-law out the very last day, which was the next day, and I went up the tree with the saddle at its smallest size, and as I got to my hunting height, I was sitting with him in the tree. I just opened up the bottom panel just to see what the comfort was like, and it was pretty good. But when you open up the saddle all the way, as I did the other day with my daughter, as I was teaching her how to rappel, it's just unrivaled, man. It's simply amazing. The comfort is awesome, and I love the fact that you have all that comfort and then you can pack it up into something that's like that. So really excited about the comfort of this saddle for sure. And I've sat and hung in it for quite some time, which includes hanging from the tree by my tether while pulling my daughter up with the Mad Rock Safeguard and our rappelling rope. So it's a pretty good saddle in my opinion. All right, guys, I appreciate you all watching this video. Just want to kind of give you a summary of my thoughts on the saddle. I think overall, it's an amazing piece of equipment. I think John and Jerry are going to have a lot less free time on their hands. When you talk about the price point versus the comfortability and all that with the saddle, and you got all these gear loops and the way it packs up and everything, it's an amazing saddle. These things can be bought, the Cobra can be bought for $225 from Custom Gear Modifications. Hit up John or Jerry if you want to get one. I'll put a link in the description of the video. That way it just makes it a lot easier for you guys. Should be available soon. And if you haven't joined our group on Facebook, Fueled by the Outdoors, please do so. We also have a podcast that's also called Fueled by the Outdoors. And I do want to say one other thing. All these reviews and stuff take money and time and effort and all that. We're staying out here freezing our buns off. The easiest thing you could ever do to support us and help us out is just hit the subscribe button, maybe hit the thumbs up, throw us a comment on what you thought of the video or whatever. It's a quick and easy way to support us. We're not going to become millionaires off of this, but it does help us bring you more gear and stuff like that to review. So appreciate you all watching, and we'll see you next time.